Starting right away with breaking news as we continue to learn more about a triple murder investigation in Tiffin. Police were called to a house around 6:30 last night, finding multiple people who were shot. Megan Hartnett has been in Tiffin for us all day long. Megan, what's the latest from police and how are neighbors reacting?
Dan, Amanda, neighbors and community members are saying that what happened last night is extremely out of the ordinary and extremely tragic. Police are now releasing new information about what happened last night, saying the mother of the two children had made arrangements to remove belongings from the house. She was with Dustin Wiley, the father of her oldest child, to help her move some of these items. Police say her husband, Ryan Eagon, was believed to be out of town, while the mother and Wiley were inside the house getting her stuff. Her kids, a 7-year-old boy and a 7-month-old, were outside. Police say a scream was heard and the mother went outside and found her husband, Eagon, in the driveway. Police say Eagon chased Wiley and fired multiple shots at him. Eagon then shot the two children and again at Wiley. Eagon then took his own gun. When first responders got to the house, Eagon and the 7-month-old were declared dead at the scene. Wiley and the 7-year-old child both died at the hospital. People who live in Tiffin say when anything like this happens, it's horrible, but especially when children are involved.
That's tragic. I mean, it's more than tragic when you have innocent little children getting killed. It's uncalled for, especially when you got adults involved, the ones that caused it. They should know better. They're not taught how to live their life any better than that. That's wrong.
Ohio BCI is here helping with the investigation. For her protection and because of Marcy's Law, the mother's identity is not being released. And Tiffin's mayor told me earlier that people have already started reaching out, trying to find ways that they can help the family throughout this. Reporting in Tiffin, Megan Hartnett, WTOL 11.
The Tiffin Police Department did say they'll not be releasing the mother's name or any additional information, citing Marcy's Law. Now, that law is also known as the Ohio Crime Victims Bill of Rights, and guarantees victims a series of protections. That's things like a voice in plea deals. It gives them a right to privacy, meaning their personal information cannot be disclosed without consent.
Tiffin's mayor released a statement saying, in part, this tragedy last night has deeply shaken our entire community, and my thoughts are with the family suffering this unimaginable loss. I want to express my profound gratitude to our police officers, firefighters, dispatchers, and medical teams who responded with courage and compassion in the face of heartbreaking circumstances. This is
all right. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. All praises due to the Most High. And let's see if we can sort this tragic situation out. You heard the news article where, if I'm not mistaken, through Facebook posts, this is 42-year-old Ryan Eagon, who took the life of his wife's baby father. And his wife, baby father, is this man right here, Dustin Wiley. And that is Dustin's and his wife's 7-year-old son, name not given. So Ryan took the life of these individuals, as well as he and the mother's 7-month-old son. And this is that little baby right here. And another photo, which was in the collage, is this lady right here. And so I am going to assume, allegedly, that this is the mother. Now, what happened in this incident? You heard them say that evidently the mother and Ryan Eagon were married, and it's apparent that they were splitting up. She's getting all of her items from his house. Now, I don't know why the baby father was there helping her, because it's always a tense situation. You talking about you breaking up with your husband and you're going to bring your baby father over to his house or the house you were living in, and you are going to expect him to help you get the items out of the car or out of the house. Now, evidently, Mr. Eagon was lying in wait. Probably was an ambush, and he probably had the mindset, if I can't have you, no one can. So he caught the children outside. And then as soon as Wiley came outside, he started busting off at him. And he hit Wiley, and then, he went to take out the children. Now, I don't know why he didn't hit the wife. Probably because he wanted the wife to suffer. That's the only thing I can think of. He wanted her to be alive and live with the situation at hand. Now, you heard the older gentleman say it's such a sad thing when we have children who lose their life, especially when we have adults that know better and bring this situation to be. Now, he said adults that know better. Now, a lot of times, oftentimes, people who they interview, people in the town have a lot more inside information than what we do. So I would ask, why would he say that? Why would he just say adults? Now, just from my perception, once again, they have a 7-month-old child. So their relationship is still sort of fresh. 7 months ago, or 16 months ago, they was rolling around in the sack, right? 7 months later, they're getting a divorce. So that is pretty fresh. Now, the baby father, probably, if he's, it looks like he was present in the son's life, so he would be around, but it would seem suspicious. If I'm breaking up with my wife and then all of a sudden you bring in your baby father around, like, come help me with my stuff, that's going to automatically set me off, like, what y'all got going on or what y'all been had going on. If me and him are not cool, like I said, I don't know the dynamics of the relationship. So, maybe Ryan and Dylan had already had some, fisticuffs or some, disagreements. Nevertheless, I don't think, it would be a wise idea if you are separating from your husband to bring your baby father around and, you taking, his child, or, I don't know who had, evidently she probably had custody of the children. And so this guy just comes and, starts shooting everybody, children included. And of course they say, he took the coward way out, which, he unalived himself. And, now the whole community is in shock. And, the lady said, well, we are trying to figure out ways to help the family. What family? Now, there's no family left except the mother. And, I know she's, if she did put these things into play, I know she's having a hard go of it. But, the whole situation, once again, is just an example of this evil that's in the world. A lot of times we are seeing these things and, I hate to say it, like Bill Cosby pointed out a while back, like white men will kill their whole family. At the drop of a dime. Like, there's so many stories I've yet to share because they're just so commonplace. But, I am seeing a lot of these things recently where white people are killing their mothers, they're killing their fathers, they're killing their kids, they're killing their grandmother, they're killing their spouses, they're killing their aunties. I mean, the violence is overwhelming within that culture. Always I have to ask the question, why? Why is this so prevalent? What is it with this white family side, if that's a word? I don't know if that's a word, fratricide, matricide, infanticide, whatever the case may be. Why are they killing people who are close to them, in proximity and in blood? But the scripture said in the last days, a man's enemies will be those of his own household. In this case, it was the man's wife, his son, his stepson, and his baby daddy-in-law. I don't know. But nevertheless, this is just another tragic example of, some of the evil that is going on in the world. And, just be careful, I guess, when you are splitting up with people. You never know what they are capable of doing. Once again, it's that age-old saying, if I can't have you, no one will. And I guess Ryan was thinking like that. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments. Y'all see the number 919-587-7782. Thank y'all for liking, watching, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. As always, I pray you have peace and blessings.